sun's up a little bit coming here. So that's the west this way. So I saw a little bit of sun. But it's nice. It was pretty warm. I've got the generator going, charging up some batteries. Slept good. Watched some cool Netflix movies. And now I've just got up. I made some powdered milk. Had some graham crackers. And now I've just been going around picking up trash. I totally forgot to tell you about last night. It dumped, poured all night. It never stopped. And it got heavier and heavier. It was perfect timing to test out this canopy. And the canopy did good. But I was telling you last night, I've got to reinforce with auto wax those seams under here. Because I had only done all the top. I never did the bottom. I had forgotten. Spaced it. So you can see, I used all the wood. That's new wood that I just bucked up. But all of that wood that we found was used last night. And it worked perfect. I was totally warm. It felt just like normal. I was actually even maybe closer to it somehow because it was smaller, or just the space. It's just a different feeling. But I was completely warm. I ended up taking off my boots, taking off my socks, and just putting my bare feet right next to my little baby fire. And I got a rhythm down of how to take care of it. And that is what I did. I just made, just like a mini long fire, if that makes sense. So I've got stuff drying out here. I don't remember how. I had this stuff underneath the van, and that was the issue. I ended up putting this tarp, this poncho, military poncho. I put that up over the tarp just to take care of that seam issue for right now. And then there was no more leaks. It was perfect. But the issue was the ground. And then I realized we're coming down. It's steep, it's like this. So that rain just came straight down this driveway, basically, off the road, and look where it ended up, right where I was sitting. So that whole thing turned into a little lake, a little puddle. So it was awesome. It worked great. The one thing you don't hear right now is my generator, right? It was just on. Well, she started stuttering. So the idle gets real wild. So, it should be. So she'll start revving on it. It's hunting, is what it's called, hunting. So it's. It's all erratic. So. Or she could be out of gas. That could be it. It's been a long time since she had gas in her. Yeah, looks like she's bone dry. Gasoline, that helps with a gas engine. I'll get it off the truck. Oh, and there's our emergency thing they created. Look at that. That's all gasoline. Leaking. That was all just pouring out of here, of the seal. This thing's a death trap. I'm just talking loud. It's not really that loud, but I'm talking just because I know how it works with the iPhone when you're trying to record. Yeah, I'm gonna cook up some brunch, lunch, something. I'm hungry. even if it's not misting like this, it's just everything's damp, everything's wet all the time. So you saw I had that green down bag. That's a beautiful bag. That's Goose Down 800 weight. That's good stuff. If you tried to replace that now, that's spendy. $400 or $500 for a new one. So it's a beautiful bag. The issue with down is once you get up and if it's all moist like this, or if it gets wet, it's gone. No good. That's the argument for synthetics. I use both. My biggest thing is wool. Wool's bulletproof. There's the saying that even if it gets wet, it still will retain 80% of its value. So I was able to access the canopy, the roof, and then I just tossed this military poncho over. Can't quite reach up at the top, but I'm just trying to keep it over that lip. And the goal is just to keep this seam protected. And that's what I did last night. Once it started to soak, I just grabbed that military poncho. Those things are priceless. They can be a shelter for you. They can be, you can make a little burrito, bedroll, sleeping bag system out of them. You can rig them up so they're actually, you can make a cot out of them up off the ground. Oh, it's coming down. You can use them as a stretcher if you've got somebody wounded. And they're just, you know, what are they made out of? Just nylon. But it's ripstop. And it's just amazing. Look at this. This is 2 seconds. Boom. Boom. I mean, you come out here, you can't do this. You can't leave stuff. It's just out of control. I've filled up garbage bags, like yard bags full of trash. Come on, people. Pick it up. All right, so we're stuck in there like that. What you don't want to do is keep trying to pound down like this. You're going to take it, flip it up on your shoulder, and then we're going to come straight down, upside down, right? Should send a shockwave up and split her. Like so. There we go. Some beautiful wood. It's a nice piece right there. This is 5-star, man. This is the Bellagio, baby. All right, so I've got my propane hooked up to the roof, to the stove. I was going to show you this trick. This is just white vinegar. So what you want to do is get yourself a little spray bottle, fill it up with white vinegar, and this is how you disinfect all your cookware. It's been used for centuries, and there's no bad smell. I mean, it smells, you know, just vinegar, but it's not something that's going to be lingering around and make your van smell like a salad. Get yourself a cast iron pan. I'm just wiping it down because it's been back here and you saw the disaster that this is. So, cleanliness is next to godliness, but up here, I don't know if you've ever been up here, and if you get the runs because of something you've touched and or not cleaned something correctly, and it's very rare, but if you get it, it's a nightmare. It's happened to me because you're using the woods and you're in this little space and it's pouring rain and it's freezing. Nightmare. Getting up, getting in, getting out, you're soaking. It's the worst experience in the world. So we're having some hot dogs. Let that get a little hot. Yeah, cast iron is the way to go for sure. It's heavy, but it's not too bad. And I love it because in the van, you know how things will roll around when you're driving and stuff, the cast iron. I've had it in the same spot for 6 months, it never moves. It just sits there. It's like a paperweight. So I'm gonna let that get a little hot, but I'm just doing the dogs straight because they've got so much grease and fat in them, they're gonna kick that out into here. Gotta get my spork, hold on. All right. 1, 2, 3. We'll just do 3. I wanted to spread that back corner. That's all right. The cast iron distributes the heat evenly, but pretty cool. These are just little tortillas, right? But I get these little street taco. But with these, you can put peanut butter in here. You can put your tuna. It's just easy. So there's no plates involved. You just put whatever in it. Whatever you're eating inside of it, roll it up. It's very convenient. I swear by these things, they're awesome. So there you go. Pig in a blanket, scrumptious. To die for. And super easy. Just wrap it up. Put whatever you want in it. It's beautiful. Want me to eat this? And get a fire going and then start editing today's footage. See you in a bit. So I got my fire going. I'm gonna have to turn on the light so you guys can see it. But the rain is back. She's coming down, my friend. So got my baby fire going. I just wanted to show you the ground. You can see that. Right now it's, 1/8 of an inch. But that's what it is. This whole, everything's just coming downhill. So I'm just reviewing the footage and editing the video. That's what I do. I sit around the fire and edit this video so I can kick it out as soon as I get Wi-Fi. So I have everything ready to go for night, right? Got my pants. And usually it's just before it gets dark, I change into everything because I want to keep my warmth. Right? You don't want to be warm and good, then it gets cold and wet and everything, and then you change because now you're cold, you got to warm up again. I haven't done it now because I'm still warm. But normally it's just right at sunset. I go, okay. I switch my gear, and I grab my headlight. Just a pattern, ready to go. Well, I'm going to keep editing, and then I'm going to watch another movie, so I'm excited. That's going to be all for tonight. Ciao, ciao.